Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you. What an amazing,
Incredible
afternoon.
Amazing.
We hope you guys have enjoyed it just as much as we have. I like the laundry list of things that I have loved, but I'd love to just, maybe go down the row and Brick. Like what stood out for you?
Honestly, my favorite part was talking to the men, the fellas, about our reproductive health. We were able to share in a space where there was no shame or embarrassment. We got a chance to ask some deep personal questions and share our journeys. And so that was a real highlight for me. I really enjoyed that.
I love that. I love bringing community together. I would say for me, I hate to rip off of him, but I was in the Sis You Good, and it was really nice just to have an open forum for women to talk about their health and being advocates for our health. And I think that we got a lot of encouraging tips we shared with each other, and a lot of resources were shared in our chat as well. How to find a doctor, how to work with your doctors to make sure you're getting the care that you need.
Yeah.
So I really, really enjoyed that.
And I hate to be like the third and like the pylon, but I think especially because this was a new element to Just Ad Flava this year where we did the breakout session. I know when Brandee first brought it up, I was like, do we have to?
On me, y'all. I was not backing down. I'm like, no.
I know. And I'm so glad you did because, I was, blessed to have Tina Keeler. A lot of people know her as Tina Todd. Shout out to her, one of our WPP mental health allies, really helped to facilitate a conversation. And just the sharing and the openness that transpired in that breakout, it really, there was just a lot of gratitude for having that space, for being able to have those conversations. And I think, really that's what we're here for, as an ERG. I know we kind of shared in this last video right before we came back, all of the things that, sort of Fluorescent has done over the last, year and a half, almost 2 years. We've just started.
We're only 2 years.
I know, the start of the ERG community, I think right around the time I started, right before that. And, as we sort of took on the role as chairs, I know we wanted to really evolve, what an ERG does, what it means, and, and just kind of going beyond just putting on, amazing programming like this, which we love and we, really want to continue to do, but how we are not only a voice and a resource for our community, but how we can also be a voice for them, especially, with our executive leadership and, really bringing the topics and the things that are important to us to the table. So we're so grateful to, have you here with us, Jon, as we close out.
But I also want to hear Jon's favorite
part.
Yeah,
too. Yeah, what did you love? Before I put you on the spot.
How do you say that? I thought you left me off the hook on that.
No, I'm not letting you off the hook.
You guys all did the breakout. That was the part I missed.
Yeah.
Because I missed it for good reason. I was going around when Brandee was up here. I was up here trying to get your attention, and I was like knocking on the door, and then I came behind you and yours. And I probably should have been doing the breakout rather than
for us.
Yeah, like the breakster. I'm 51 years old, so my prostate is very important right now. So I should have listened, but I was going around messing with all you guys during the breakout, but. No, I think what I'd say this, the fact that I think the theme hung together really well. I was kind of, I think it was way more theme oriented this year on health, and I liked it, the theme, but I also liked that we're at a point where we can have a theme and something that hangs together has an extra purpose to it. I think there's a lot of very general Black History Month content that people do, and I think it's like I think we're at a level of company we can get pretty specific and get deep into topics, and so I like that. It's like this could be all health would hold together. Really did. It really did. I mean, from the outside down to my office looking at it, it really did. That's what I think is my favorite part. Sorry to be bugging you guys during the.
No, I loved it.
I was up there.
I loved it. I'm sure everybody was like, "What, Jon?" He saw you in the background. So. No, I think that was, it was kind of easy for us, like leaning into that national theme, but really adding kind of our own sort of VMLY&R spin to it by really, you know, kind of being inclusive and thinking about, you know, wellness doesn't mean the same thing to everyone, and really having those different dimensions, you know, just sort of showcased throughout, whether it be, you know, emotional with Tiana, the physical with health equity, and the breakout sessions. You know, we had social with the why, we had spiritual kind of with Randy and his journey. So it's definitely been a lot. But, you know, as we said, as we've, you know, kind of just getting started in our journey and we're evolving to more, you know, we love to just hear from you a little bit about, you know, how we as ERGs can really work with, you know, leadership to take more of that resource role, both for our community, but also being, you know, a voice to leadership on, you know, what's important to us and what's happening within the communities.
Yeah, no, that's a good. First of all, congratulations, thank you, and everything on not just today, but the ERG and Fluorescent. I mean, it's also got new swag out of
Yeah,
Come through with the swag.
You got new swag.
I know it's,
Swag shop is still open.
Yeah, we get some secret exclusive to this swag shop. But anyway, no, I think it's well, you and I know we've known each other more recently, but you always know where to find me. I think it's been a good way to formalize the pipeline of information, because I don't want to lose the organic nature of how I or anybody stays connected. I'm sure you feel the same about, you know, people were reaching out to you guys, and we start out by saying I don't want an ERG to ever supersede the organic just nature of somebody picking up the phone and giving their feedback, because that's how I've always been about. You and I've been at that way for a couple of years, and then I feel like we're getting that way too. And that's not just us. Hopefully that's a microcosm of the company. But that said, I love the formalization of where you've taken it. All our ERGs, if I'm honest, I think a couple of years ago I thought ERGs had a chance to become like the science club or the chemistry club at high school, you know, where it's just like you know, they get together and I don't know.
Yeah, we just do whatever.
Yeah, just do whatever. And
Yeah.
But it's so far. I mean, obviously I'm exaggerating to make the point. It's so far beyond that. I mean, Fluorescent, all of it's Fluorescent. Just as we're talking about that today, it's been spectacular. I think the measure would be the glue in between events and programming. I think it's things like today are not easy. I mean, you guys have worked so hard, and so many people have, but relatively easy. And it would be disappointing if our entire ERG existence was just programming and content. This has to be and I think if I look at where we were 3 years ago, 2 years ago, now, today, I don't feel a disconnect between the content of today and the company. I don't think I think it's imperfect still. Whereas 2 years ago, if we would have had content in a lot of our ERG topics, it would have been, oh, there's some nice content. Now I go back to but I feel like this is coming from kind of honestly a little bit of a white view, to be honest with you, because I'm white. Just to make that announcement here today. Through that lens, we all have our lenses. It could, I think, in our industry and honestly in our company, even 4 or 5 years ago, would have been. We've talked about this a little bit, I think, but it's like it would have been the programming, and then life doesn't look that way in your normal meetings. And I think my meetings, hopefully everybody's are starting to feel a lot different. That's just a view I have, and sometimes I wonder, is it because I'm hosting the new employee breakfast, and it's very diverse, not just black, white, but just completely diverse in every respect. Then I think, is that just me because I'm seeing that group? You guys were in those groups.
But I think it's
or is it real?
Coming in though.
Yeah,
you know? I mean,
I hope so.
People who are coming in are definitely real.
Yeah,
it feels that way.
And I think that's one of the beauties of the ERGs is that as we evolve to being more of that resource, you know, we can support in, you know, the recruitment and the onboarding, so that, you know, more of our communities are being reflected in those, you know, new employee breakfasts. They're saying, oh, I see, you know, myself in strategy, or I see, you know, somebody like me in client engagement, and really feel like they, you know, they have a place in this organization.
And for the ERGs to make them feel connected once they get here.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
To have them have a place to come to and know that they have
that welcoming aspect of ERG that you're kind of touching on. I think it's a huge part of all our ERGs. I think Fluorescent's especially good at it, but I think I mentioned maybe the annual meeting, but we get so we're so busy. Somebody joins the company, you're gonna get so sucked into your team or your department or your city, and we have to work so hard to break the silos down. ERG, one of the best ways, because if I came in this company, I mean, I've been here a long time, but if I just came in, it's such a busy place. I'd just be working on Intel or whatever I do. And then I could go 3 months, but with the ERGs, I think you just instantly have another family.
And then you have people from all of those different departments, which is awesome.
Yes.
So you're like, oh, okay, I can talk to somebody, like I can navigate.
I do.
Because somebody else in the ERG is in my same department, even if it's a different team.
But so I do think, to answer your question, I do think it's more reflective of these events are more reflective of the company.
Yeah.
But I think we have a long way to go.
Yeah,
So,
well,
it's
and I
not,
think-
it's not perfect on that. by
Yeah,
any
and
means.
I think what I truly enjoy, and I was on a talk with Walt last night with Hugh, and we talked about what is that call to arms to leaders, and we talked a lot about just really focusing on the employee experience. We're an experience agency, and I think ERGs can play a critical role in that. I know as Fluorescent, we're really excited about kind of having a town hall with our community and really talking about our strategies and priorities for the year and how we engage with you and the other executive leaders on really kind of turning those thoughts, those visions into reality and truly impacting in the most positive way the day-to-day lives of all the communities that exist here. So we can really, like as I always say, like be that most diverse, creative, inclusive agency in the world, and I think we have a great opportunity at doing that with our ERGs and truly with support from you.
No, I agree. I do think we could be optimistic or pessimistic. If I was in the pessimistic mode, I could go into everything we still need to work on, which is miles of that. But I do look at, I don't know the world that I know agency worlds, and like as you guys do, and there are a lot of them that they kind of finished up. They thought they finished up like after a year after George Floyd. And like, okay, that was done. That was
they're like,
interesting.
okay, cool, exactly, yeah.
Totally. And I don't even know if there's a meeting with people sit around and go, do we check that box? I think it just fades away.
Yeah.
Because the nature of advertising, it gets so busy. I mean, just to be generous to people, it just gets busy. So anything about building your company, I do really appreciate that our companies, I feel like collectively we have kept kicking it up a notch every year, every month, whatever you want to say. I do think we have our lulls where because the company gets busy. But I'm pretty optimistic about that we haven't slowed down at all in any realm. But I don't want to sleep on that either.
Yeah.
I do think the minute we go back to lack of progress, and so I'm happy about that.
Well, I will say, I think you continuing to engage with ERG leaders is a sign of that we won't let it, kind of slack.
Just need more time.
Because
just taking the time with us to
Exactly.
make sure this came together.
Exactly.
And we can feel the commitment.
It's the easy part compared to what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
But I think if people know when it's genuine, and you and leadership has really made the time to make sure that you have your ear open to be able to listen to us.
Yeah.
That's really
and I know you're sitting here with us on stage, but I mean all of your the senior leadership has been.
So.
If I were to call names, like I would definitely
somebody
forget
out.
somebody.
Yeah.
But I mean, we definitely want to thank everybody like that has been in that executive leadership space that has supported us, that has challenged us, that has just really helped us to elevate what Fluorescent can do, both for our community and for this organization. And we're just really excited. There's a lot more to come, you guys. We're going to have some big announcements as the year goes on, with executive sponsor, town hall, and just some really thoughtful strategies as we go forward to really, again, make VMLY&R one of the most creative, inclusive agencies to work at. And
I hope, just to interrupt you, I hope that, I know chat's probably recognizing there's so many people over here that are working so hard, but I would not even begin to list everybody, but I just know the 3 a.m., 4 a.m. emails and checking the thing. And we've had people who were in this today that had to go out, and you're producing and you're presenting. And it's kind of hard to get on stage sometimes and just talk in front of, we've got tons of people on here today. If you're producing it and you're presenting it, I just don't take it for granted. It's like, I was just doing the annual meeting a couple weeks ago. I didn't have to produce anything. I just get to talk. You guys are doing the talking and not just you. I know it's a lot of people, but just great job. Thank you guys. I know the long nights you've had and traveling here. I mean, just from Detroit and San Francisco. Anyway, I interrupted your.
No, that's okay. No, I just thank you. Again, we really appreciate just the collaboration and all that's to come. So.
Yeah. Well, I will get. I was gonna. I know there's some other. I was gonna have a harness that would pull me up.
I know. We couldn't get it in time.
Didn't pass the safety test.
Definitely for Juneteenth, we'll work that out. But thank you.
We're having a drink in like an hour, so.
Yes, I know. Celebration mode. Thank you so much,
Appreciate you, John.
And really, we just want to continue the thank yous. This really, are we gonna stand?
Yeah,
Should we stand? I know. So y'all can get the whole vibe and all that. But I mean, honestly, as you can see, from the names that are scrolling. We just seriously could not have done this without all of the love, support, late nights, everything. And I especially want to shout out Miss Brandee Lake,
Yes.
chair of
Yes,
Just Ad Flava,
absolutely.
and just listen, girl, because she already knows. I was like, do we have to do this again? Like, it's
Y'all,
a
they
lot
were
of
really
work.
patient with me. That's all I
And
can say.
Brandee wouldn't, she wouldn't let up. She made sure that this was going to be the most amazing event. And I think, from the comments, obviously, I just, from the experience I had, it has been, and like, we really could not have done this without
right.
you, girl, really
See,
leading
that's
the
why I had
way.
my
So,
tissues, 'cause y'all
ready
didn't
to
do
go.
this. I had it in here.
Yes,
Yeah.
but like, just thank you. We have a couple of people
We
who
do, but also I just want to thank
Yes.
everybody, y'all. This is a team effort,
Yeah.
okay? Like Jon mentioned, this is no joke. You saw the names on the screen that scrolled up, but I mean, we had every department, the full vault team here on location, comms, traveling. Like I said, I don't want to leave anybody else out. Production.
Yeah.
Y'all, I'm just going to call the name because there is one name I want to mention, Talon Ice.
Talon Ice. Let's go.
On the
Talon!
AV. He's up there. Y'all can't see him, but he got our whole life together.
That's right.
Talon is a real one,
Yes.
y'all.
Yeah.
And honestly, I want to say, like, we are a team. Like, the three of us are a team. Seriously, y'all. Nikeisha and I are like client engagement. We just talk like to do it. But Rick, right here in operations,
Yo.
he keeps us all the way together. Sometimes he'd be like, "Yo, I don't know if I'm really doing anything." I said, "You told me what meeting I need to be at and when I need to be there. That was doing everything that I need to do."
Exactly.
He pinging. He's like, "Are y'all joining this call?" We're like,
shit.
"Oh yeah, that is we're supposed to be there, right?"
We'll be right there.
So, I mean, we just really can't thank everybody enough. And like Nikeisha said, we have two people that are going to come on stage who also have helped us so much, especially
Immensely.
today, immensely. And we're going to let them go ahead and talk to you a little bit about some contests we had as a part of Black History Month and this whole Just Ad Flava thing. So,
And close us up.
and close us out.
Come on,
ladies.
Come on over here. By the way,
Wait, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't leave.
Have
Yeah.
fun.
Okay, I think I got one. Look at this go.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Well, thank y'all so much for the
they
kind words.
Officially left us.
They really left us.
They didn't say where they were going.
Where are y'all going?
No clue.
Where are you going? The after party?
They're going to the after party.
I think so. Oh.
Okay, so before we all head over to the after party, we're going to get into the local activation. So throughout Black History Month, we've had some amazing people share some really cool facts. So I'm going to rattle their names off because you all have been winners. Well, you all are winners. So we have the overall winner is Kitsira Lesser at BAV Group. The Food and Arts winner is Phil Bowen. Hometown Heroes winner is Shalia Thomas. And Historical Neighborhoods is Kiera Riches. So yay to you all.
Woo! Yes, congratulations, winners. And you all have some prop points headed your way. So look out for that. And I hope y'all can buy some really cool stuff.
So about that after party, you're wondering, how do we get there? What do you bring? So just bring yourself, grab your water bottles and your dancing shoes. I brought my water bottle and I have on my dancing shoes as well. So Chioma, tell them how to get there.
Well, all you got to do is go to VMLY&R.com/justadflava. Scroll to the bottom. You're going to see the after party. We got DJ Ilac on the ones and twos. So we're going to be jumping for the rest of the afternoon. And I think
That's really it.
Yeah,
So
all you
just
got to do is
don't
bring
close your
yourself.
browser. Bring yourself, don't close your browser, and you'll see it pop up very soon.